go.
Mm-hmm. Good afternoon, VV Nation. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the mobile live stream here. We do live mobile coaching. The alert, it just went out, so I'll give everyone just a moment to make their way into the room. If you can hear me, if you can see me, just put a VV in the comment section. We got Clay in the background today. Joey is off today. I see some people making their way into the room. How are we doing, Miami? We got Jake, Dennis. Hello, hello. Hey, VV Nation. All right, give everyone just a second here. I know the alert just hit, so we won't jump too far ahead of the gun, but we see the markets pulling back to start off, or sorry, to end the week, I should say. All right. Niels, hello, Ryan. You are our star. Well, thank you. Carol, we got here. Glenn is coming to the office today. Ooh, what? Carol, you said Glenn's coming to the office today. Whoa. Back up a little bit, Carol. You're going to have to add more to the comment section. I didn't even know that. Was that something mentioned in the Jockey Club? All right. That could be potentially breaking news. I wasn't aware of that. Steve said that in the Jockey Club. Okay, I had a feeling that's what you were going to say, Carol. Well, I will definitely have to ask Steve soon as I did not know that. So that's exciting. I had plans to go see him tomorrow morning. But if I do see him today at the office, either way, Steve's wife is bringing him by. Look at that. Big news, Carol. Big news. Thank you. That's always good. We got Ward down in Ward, Texas. All right. Everybody's making their way in. Give it just a moment here. Did the alert hit? Clay, do you know if the alert hit? Okay, there it goes. Looks like it's going up now. All right, perfect. So let's get started here. We see the major indices starting to pull back. Oh, Mark, we got Mark here. Brooklyn in the house. It sounds like we might have another Brooklyn in the house. Glenn might be stopping by the office today. That's word on the street. Carol said Steve had mentioned it in the Jockey Club this morning. If you're not familiar with the Jockey Club, it's a great, I guess it's just a place where people get together, and it's all about day trading. So if you utilize the Derby, if you have the Derby subscription with VectorVest, you will have access to the Jockey Club. It's every morning, and I believe Steve Chappell does it every morning now. Glenn used to do it with him. Onward, how is Glenn doing? Well, apparently his wife might be dropping him off or dropping by the office with him, so I will get more of an update. Otherwise, I plan on seeing him tomorrow. Marcus says, talking heads say September historically down month. Comments? Yeah, August, September, usually not necessarily the best months in the market. As well with the inflation data coming out and jobs data coming out, doesn't necessarily, I don't necessarily see, a jump for an interest rate cut, or at least a big one. After seeing went up to 2.9%. Janet is out of town, so Steve's wife is bringing Glenn to the office. Oh, cool. No, that's exciting. Well, maybe if he's here, Power Hour, I don't know. It'd be cool to see him. Hopefully he's doing good. I'll find out here shortly. Thank you for that, Carol. Yeah, I did not know that. So that's exciting. I'm really excited about that. And I think I think everyone should be excited about that, because that's a good sign that his recovery is going in the right direction, right? Simply put. All right, but yeah, we see the major indices here. VectorVest Composite even down 0.5% here. The NASDAQ down over 1%. So it looks like the VectorVest Composite, again, a lot of small caps, mid caps there, and the NASDAQ are leading the charge to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised, if growth stocks, small caps, mid caps, all getting hit today off that inflation data. And I'm actually curious to see what gold is doing. I haven't even looked at gold, but we're definitely going to take a look at gold here in a little bit. Looking at market timing signals, it's just neutral right now. Confirmed call is still up. The DEW is still up. The primary wave, that's our fastest moving market timing signal. Even that's still up, right? So no real reasons for concern. Yeah, if your stocks, hit their stop, obviously, act accordingly. Gold stocks are up, Ryan. Nice. Excellent. I like gold stocks. I said that last week, or was it been 2 weeks now, where I did the contra ETFs versus gold, and I just felt gold would probably work out better. And it looks like that is the case, at least as of right now, right? All right, let's go down this color guard. Let's see what the color guard's really trying to tell us here. We got 2 yellow lights in a row. Again, the MTI is at 1.34. Trend column, actually looking at the trend column, the primary wave is flashing down. Again, the primary wave, that's our fastest moving market timing signal, right? So, unless you're an active trader, day trader, swing trader, that kind of thing, the primary wave down, at least as far as, investment perspective, not that big of a thing. That's the first warning sign, obviously, but not the biggest ordeal. Just looking here, the MTI, it's still trying to make its way lower. It never got back up to 1.5. I'm still optimistic in the market. Look at the declines, though, 54%. So it does look like pretty broad market weakness here. Again, NVIDIA not getting the market enthused. Inflation data not getting the market enthused, right? The stocks, they want their interest rate cut. Yeah, that's good for the stock market. But I don't know necessarily if it's good for inflation. All right, let's take a look at some stocks here. Stock pick ideas. Since we were talking about gold. Where is it? Here we are. Gold and silver. Here's some gold and silver stocks here. All in positive territory. Let's just scroll down the list. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that, hey, gold is not a bad place to be in. I don't think it is a bad place to be in. Honestly, I'm a little bit more excited for gold right now than I am tech. Just, I play it as the data comes in, and the data is just telling me not necessarily, no need for an interest rate cut right now. And we saw the inflation data tick up. And again, we're still early in the tariff thing because, the tariffs are on, they're off, they're on. Now they've been on, but for the most part, maybe, all said and done, maybe less than a month. So we'll see how that affects prices. Obviously, going to put a little pressure on there. But gold, silver, you can see the list here. I'm not even going to break down the stocks. I mean, they all look good. September could be a tough month for equities after a huge rally off April 2025 lows. Jersey guy, the market needs a breather. The market needs a breather. I've been saying this. If your whole ordeal was just swing trading off, the tariff turmoil and the lows back in April and May, or whenever you felt comfortable, get in. Me personally, I think we're towards the end of that. But again, that's from a swing trading perspective. Investment perspective, I'd still be in my positions. But Dumpy wants an interest rate cut. Oh dear, I gotta speak on behalf of that. We'll see how that plays out. But yes, we all know the Federal Reserve is getting a lot of pressure from this administration for that interest rate cut. All right, gold looks good. Let's look at the safe stocks here. So we're not going to be in gold. Let's just see, what top RS or relative safety stocks do it. You can see the only safety stocks that are doing good are the gold ones. So it does not look like you're going to get a lot of safety today unless you are in the gold space. Need to refi. Cut would be nice. Yeah, obviously interest rate cuts never, for individual consumers. Myself, I'm thinking about refinancing something. So interest rate cut would be useful for that. But from a macro perspective, obviously that's why the market would get antsy, right? Everyone's going to be taking out loans. Refinancing helps. It puts pressure on the economy, right? That's the problem with the inflation, right? Pressure on the economy with the tariffs could spill over to a bad situation. We'll see what the jobs report is. Definitely some good jobs data coming out next week. Well, I don't know if it's good, but definitely keep your eye on that. But yeah, no, interest rate cuts are good. That's why, a lot of stocks get excited, especially the growth stocks, the ones that got to refinance their loans. But looking through here, it's only gold and Google. You got gold and Google are in positive territory today for safety stocks. So let's back up here. Fed cut unlikely to help mortgage rates. Yeah, I wonder if just mortgage rates will kind of go against the Fed mandate. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Interest rate cuts would be good for the housing market because I know housing prices have been pulling back quite a bit here. Safest stocks with buy ratings. I think this list will be similar, and it is. It's pretty similar here. Ooh, what's with the WOW watch list winners? Look, it's all gold here. What's this Newmont Corp? This one's going up. Industry, yep, it's a gold company. Go figure. See if there's anything going up besides gold. Even Nvidia. Look at Nvidia. Down 3% today, 174. Talked about this, earlier this week on the Nvidia thing. Let's talk about Nvidia here. Because, if Nvidia starts rolling over, let's be honest, if you're in tech, you're probably going to be affected by that, right? You can see the channel to the side. You can see it to the side, right? So if we break that ascending channel, which we're on the verge of, I'd have to get in VectorVest 7, draw some trend lines on there. But with 174 as of today, we're probably right on the verge of that trend line again. So just be careful. If you're in it, you can see the channel moving to the side. I talked about that with TSM. That was the first big semiconductor to do so. AMD, also showing that same pattern here. So if it breaks below the channel, it's going to be about 170 here. Just be careful. Just be careful. Don't want you to get emotionally... Because, look at the last time Nvidia rolled over here. It hit a high of 147 to a low of, what was... probably about, 90 bucks? I think it was 87 bucks. These stocks can be volatile. That's a lot of back drawdown. I know the tariffs, put a little bit more volatility in there. But look at the 5-year chart, right? It can be volatile in nature. It can be volatile in nature. Alibaba soaring today. They did have earnings today. Actually, let's take a look at Alibaba. Up 12%. Look at that. The stock was kind of in its own way there. A little bit of, range bound. You can see the channel there. Really over the last, 4 to 5 months here. But look at that momentum today. You can see it stopping right. Or it's not stopping, but right now it's currently trading right at the prior swing high, right? So I'm not going to jump in right now because we're right at that. See if we can break above it, and that might be a good one. Foreign bond markets are struggling with the long end of the yields curve after many cuts, but inflationary fears kept yields higher. The same could happen in the U.S. Yeah, no, it could. Because if higher inflation typically means you're going to want higher yields, right, to offset that inflation. Let's see here. This stock we only valued at 71, so greatly overvalued Alibaba. But again, Nvidia, big tech, showing some weakness here, showing some signs that that huge rally we saw since, really April or the end of March is slowing down now, right? And the MTI kind of gave us some inclination of that when it hit 1.5 not too long ago. It would have got to 1.62 maybe, I think it was. Let's see if there's any other good ones. Oh, here's Iris Energy. This is a crypto stock. This is one of the data center plays I was talking about. Look at that huge upper wick. The stock up 13% still. Whew. The cryptos in general seem to be doing pretty well. Oh, get out of there. Let's see here. Sales growth 171, earnings growth 37. Just overvalued right now. It's overvalued at 1571. It was a decent value not too long ago. Wasn't too bad. But yes, no, definitely a good turnaround story there. Or sorry, a good momentum story. Let's see what else is here. SoFi, a little under the pressure today, down 2%. Let's see what SoFi is doing. Just moving to the side there, you can see the level of support coming in. We need price action to stay above that level of support. Buy holding does remain, though. So it's still got that momentum there. Hasn't lost its momentum quite yet. Now, the stock's overvalued, so I'm going to stick to the technicals here. You can see it's, doing pretty well, stayed above that 8-day right now, so not too concerned. If you're thinking of a dip, looking like the 20-day has historically, the last 2 touches have worked out pretty well as far as, some kind of entry point in SoFi. I'm buying the dip on ITRN, and if it dips more, I'm buying more. Be careful. That could always turn into the dip that keeps dipping, right? All right, we got Reddit here down 1%, AMD down to 163. You know what stock I want to talk about? What's Palantir doing? Because it's at a pretty pivotal point here. Old Palantir. Again, Palantir just flirting at the bottom of that channel here. Another bottom wick coming into play, but it looks like we got some rejection there from the 8-day about 2-3 trading sessions ago there. Got a close right at the 8-day and then went right back down. But again, the bulls for Palantir not trying to give up quite yet. I mean, the biggest case here, or the biggest bear case for Palantir, just from a simple valuation perspective. Now, let's see here. If we do break this channel, what's the high here? 133. If we do break it to the downside, 133 might not be a bad place to try to scoop it. Otherwise, you can see it's trying to find this, utilize this as a level support right now for Palantir. Interesting. Troy says neg is down 10%. Yeah, I had that. I sold the short. I'll just keep you all updated. I had a short on at 117 on the neg. The 40-day was at 62. I think I closed my position around 65, 66. For fear that, might catch a level of support for another, bullish run, but it broke through that. I said the 40s now. I kind of wish I held on this, the short, but hey, the plan worked. And a plan is a plan, right? But yeah, Palantir, just be careful if you are in Palantir. Anything else down this? We got Astera Labs down another 5% here. PRM, this is a good one. Parameter Solutions, this was just recently in a video. Up 2%, bucking that downtrend of the market. Now, the stock is now overvalued since it's been on this run over the past week or so. We did value it at 19.24. Now, after the big move up to the upside, coming at 22.45. Everything looks good. Not the safest pick here. Safety coming in at 0.85. Let's look at the forecasted data. Earnings growth rate, 33%. Sales growth rate, 28%. Not a bad stock. This is in the chemical industry. Chemical is a specialty company. American Semiconductor pulling back. I mean, this stock was on a tear quite a bit here. You can see it jumped up, kind of consolidated here, broke out to the downside. It looks like it retested that trend line from the bottom end here. Rejection from that retest from the bottom as of today. Buy rating remains. The hold has not even been given yet. The stock was close to 60 bucks, down 6% today. The stock's overvalued. I'm going to stick to the technicals here. But to me, it looks like it broke the 20-day. Now retesting that 20-day from the bottom end and that rejection coming in today. I'm going to be bearish on AMSC, American Semiconductor, if you're in it. Hey, have a plan in place. But as of right now, I am bearish. I mean, the stock was 20 bucks not too long ago. Now it's up to 50. Don't let those profits go away. Here's a good one. This Gold Corp. This looks like a good gold stock. Momentum, another breakout today. Big body candlestick. Look at the valuation. On the rise, on the rise. I like that one. Pan American Silver. Again, I like the silver and gold. Looks SoFi here. Nice bottom left, upper right. We just talked about that one. But again, just needs to stay. We had a little channel here, a little range bound. Just need to stay on the top end of that channel. Here's Fudu Holdings. I like this retest here off the support level. Nice bottom wick there. A little bit of momentum to the upside, but upper wick, so just be careful. Ryan, will you get into neg again after the huge breakdown? Niels, if there is an opportunity that presents itself, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting into neg again. I don't think all the volatility is over quite yet. But I'm not there quite yet as far as being bullish on neg. Because that stock's way overvalued. It looks like the short squeeze is just completely falling apart. So yeah, I'm not there on neg as far as any kind of re-entry point right now. Here's Reddit. Reddit looks good. Still got the buy rating. Almost looks like a pretty good accumulation point here, right at that 20-day. Moving average is starting to cross back over to a bullish manner. Might not be a bad momentum play here in the near future. Here is Vion. I like this one. Look over the last month. Since June, value rocking and rolling to the upside. Price action doing just the same here. Currently coming at 59. Let's see if it's overvalued here. Vion undervalued, coming at $73 is the valuation. Let's see what. Not much safety with this one. RV's good. Sales growth 8% here. Where's the earnings growth? Oh, there we go. 15%, not bad. This looks like a pretty good chart pattern right here. AMD. AMD, look at that. Retest from the bottom end with rejection at that 20-day. Just be careful. Was overvalued. Looks like we're approaching the value. If AMD comes back down, you might be getting another good deal on it. But again, it's in the channel. NVIDIA's at the top end of the channel. AMD's at the bottom end of the channel, right? I have to see where TSM's at. I'm not exactly sure where it's at in its channel. But all three of them moving to the side. Be careful if AMD breaks out to the bottom end, just like NVIDIA. It can be very volatile. There is a high max drawdown history for both of those stocks. So just be careful, right? Stay disciplined. All right, here's JP Morgan. JP Morgan looks good. A lot of these brokerages look good as well. As far as I could see, support at 25. Neil, if it gets back down into the 20s, I'd be a little bit more, I'd have a little bit more appetite. I know what level you're talking about. That's not a bad area to look at. But again, just let the trade come to you, because right now a lot of momentum to the downside. But yeah, it could have another run. If it gets back up to the 20s, it could easily get back up to the 40s or 60s again, right? From a short squeeze momentum. But look at this one. JP Morgan earnings per share. I mean, this looks nice. Lower left, upper right. Went from 210 to about $300, so up about 50% from its lows here. A lot of momentum to the upside. Goldman Sachs, again, these brokerages look good. Lower left, upper right. Value doing the same thing. Earnings per share doing the same thing here. Here is Amphenol. Value's trying to keep up, but not quite. Looks like the stock, again, just like some of those other ones, nice ascending pattern there, but just range bound to the side right now. Looks like that momentum from this rally. Broadcom look like it's entering a little bit of a channel to the side now, right? About midway into that channel since its rally. Oh, my ear pressure. Allergies here get a little crazy. Let's see here. Broadcom, but yeah, the tech just not seeing that momentum. Just be careful. If it starts, if these stocks, these big semiconductors all start breaking to the downside of this channel, it could be a good time to, at least take some profits off the table. Here is Wolverine Worldwide. It was an undervalued stock, but with recent momentum, now pretty fairly valued. Strong buy rating. I do like that tick up in the earnings per share. Not a bad position. Morgan Stanley, just like the other brokerages, on the rise, value rising. I like everything I see here. Yeah, we're going to take a look at Marvel in just a moment here. Let's see. ONC, but this one as well, moving up a little bit. This is a nice stair-step fashion one. Earnings per share is rising. Yeah, let's actually just take a look at Marvel here, now that you mentioned it. There is the gap down 16%, $64 here. That's why I always say be careful going into earnings with any stock, really. But any kind of trend line to the upside would have been broken with today's price action here. Not a lot of buyers coming in. Wow, NVIDIA and Tesla down on the same day. Say it isn't so. Yeah, but that's a big gap down there. Sell rating just came into place if you're holding Marvel. Again, you got to stop the bleeding somewhere. Just be careful. Earnings per share is on the rise right now. Let's go to 3 months. Yep, you can see it. I talked about this, was it yesterday? Because it looked like a head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Even talked about this neckline here. And look, it just gapped through everything. Just gapped through it all. I ain't got no more neckline to worry about. If I had to guess, we might retest that neckline from the bottom end. And if you get rejection, that might be a good short. Not going to lie. But Marvel, I mean, it was yesterday. Yeah, because I put in the earnings watch list yesterday on the live stream. Yeah, the head and shoulders. I'm not surprised that gap down like that. Anybody know if Marvel missed on earnings or revenue? I did not see the article on that. AEM up $5. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's go to stock pick idea. Actually, go premium watch list again. Let's look at the semiconductors. All down today. I mean, you got triple double whammies. Marvel missed. Okay, well, that's the first first whammy of the triple. Second whammy, Nvidia not showing any kind of enthusiasm since its earnings call. And the third whammy is the inflation report, right? Putting pressure that there shouldn't be an interest rate cut. None of the semis are going to like any three of those things, right? Most momentum to the downside. A-Lab, almost 5%. Air, just over 5%. Rambus, 6% here. ETHE at bottom of their channel. Ethereum is? I'll take a look at some Ethereum because, you know, I've been talking about that quite a bit. Lattice down. Is there anything up today? Azenta, 1%. Nordic down 2%. Marvel's the big loser, down 16%. And Marvel's usually pretty high on this list here, but you can see with today's drop, the VST almost becoming unfavorable now, 1.08. So yeah, the semiconductors, just be careful because nothing this week the semiconductors like. I can tell you that right now. You can see it here. Oh, ending the Friday. We got Skyworks here. ARM is down. Wow, ARM's all the way back down to 138. We value at 40. Let's see here. Doing a whole lot of nothing. Look at that double top here. Almost a triple top. Broke out. Be careful of that one. But yeah, all these semis showing weakness right now. So just be careful because I know a lot of you might be up quite a bit here. Here's micro hologram. Just keeps going down, down, and down along with value. Not liking that one. What's his brain chip up 4%? Here's a little penny stock. It's overvalued. Let's see here. 1 year. Doing a whole lot of nothing. I'm not a big fan of that one. Wolf speed. Look at this wolf speed here. Up 5%. Interesting. Long trend. The trend is down, even with this 5% move. I'm not excited about it. All right, let's get out of there here. Let's look at AEM real quick. Gold. Hey, gold's going to do good. Gold is doing good. That inflation data getting gold. Wolf, chapter 11. Okay. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. Yep, looks like it's right at the bottom of that trend line. And you've got the 20-day moving average of price there. So just be careful. You know, again, interest rate cuts would be good for alternative assets or digital assets, I should say. Ethereum would benefit from that. So I'm not too surprised it's down a little bit today. You can see also just a nice retest shaping up on that 20-day. Again, if it's still in the channel, if it's in the bottom of the channel, if you're thinking about getting in on Ethereum, you could wait till Tuesday, get some kind of confirmation, but it looks like there could be a potential good pivot there at the bottom of this channel, right at the 20-day. Nice little setups. Take a look at air. What is going on here? AIR. There we go. It's up 5% right now. 41 cents. It's up 2 cents at the moment here. Let's take a look at the chart. This looks like it could be a pump and dumper. Yeah, nothing I like about this one. Nothing I like about this one at all. Gold is the only thing going up, and they're acting like AI stocks, like Ryan AI. And they are acting like, yeah, they are moving up quite a bit. Iron up. Yeah, I like iron. Again, I'm more cautious on tech, on semis right now. It's not really showing a lot of momentum. I think the gold is a good place to be. Gold and Ethereum. All right. How many likes do we got here? Because I just heard through my door that Glenn is here. Apparently he is on the floor saying hey to the coworkers. So I am going to probably be ending this a little bit short. I'm going to take some stock picks. But as you all know, I haven't seen Glenn in a little while. He hasn't been to the office in a while. And this way, if I could give you guys an update, for Power Hour. Power Hour is on both YouTube and the community room. So if you want a good update on Glenn, definitely stay tuned for that. John says 50 stocks. Golly, if it was for Glenn is way more strict on stock picks than me. He sticks to the like. I stick to the likes quite a bit. You better start hitting that like button, because since Glenn's in the house, I'm going to have to stick to his protocol, and that is 10 likes, 10 likes for every stock. 10 likes for every stock. Well, I would do that. I'll let's see here. Take a watch list. So your watch list, my watch list. All right. We'll get 5 stocks today. We'll do 5 stocks here. All right. So starting as of right now will be the 5 stocks. 5 stocks. Well, here, I'll start typing these in. Might get a couple more. I'm in a good mood now because I get to see Glenn. So I'm going to type in a couple extras. GDXY, Dell, TLRY, we should get rowdy, and then Glenn would have to come straighten us. Oh man, I need Glenn to relax, not deal with you guys and gals. Y'all are a rowdy crowd. But that is great news to end the week. Let's see here. REAX, we'll put app. We'll do a couple more here. I'm going down the order, so I wouldn't put in any more stocks because I'm not going to get that far. SCI, but we'll do a couple more just because Glenn is in the house apparently, and I got to go see my dude. I got to go see him. All right, create watch list. We'll give it a name here. Let's see here. 0829. Boom. You got a couple extra stocks out of me. I think you got 5 out of me. I mean, looking at the stocks here, look, U.S. Antimony holding its ground above 450. Right now it's at 460. SSRM of 5%. Mining stocks. Whew, all of the mining stocks are showing good. I like these gold stocks. Yield max, gold miners. They have a yield max for gold miners? What? This should be on your radar here. Especially if if you're bullish on gold and you want to get a good dividend. But look at that chart. You got to look, because the yield maxes are tricky. You just got to make sure you see the dividend yield. Look at double check with your broker. Our yield's calculated a little bit differently, but right now our yield is at 60%. So just, this one's got my attention here. This might actually be a really interesting gold play. Please change from Tilray to Tesla. No, someone put in Tilray. Oh, wait, no. That was me. I did misspell it. Sorry, Alex. Glenn got me all excited here. All right, let me go through these. Let's see here. How do I? Let me add one real quick. Add stocks. TSLY. There it is. The yield max. All right, let's get to them here. We got SSRM. Momentum to the upside. I'm telling you, gold, not a bad place to be right now with interest rates. Undervalued, and just again, my thing about gold stocks are be picky about your gold stocks. I mean, there's so many good ones that are undervalued, value on the rise, great forecasted data. I mean, look at this stock here. Undervalued, $24 coming in. Let's see here, 19. So definitely undervalued. Sales growth rate 119%, earnings 31%. That's what I'm saying. Be selective about your gold stocks. Be stingy because there's too many good ones out there to pick a crappy gold stock. Here's PRM parameter. I mean, you had some value there. Now it's kind of turning into a momentum play. I like the rising earnings per share. I mean, even with the market down, the stock is up today. You can see the accumulation points is 8-day, right? So if there's any kind of pullback, it's going to probably be touching that 8-day, just like we've seen here. You know, retouching it, touching it here again, touching it here most recently on the 8-day. Look at that 8-day. If it breaks it, I mean, you got to ask yourself where to cut losses, but still looks good. All the momentum's to the upside right now. Even the 20 days keeps rising. That one looks good. Here's UAMY, U.S. Antimony. PRM has to be one of the fastest movers I've been in lately. Thank you, VectorVest. Yeah, was that a top VST stock? It was in a video recently I did, and it was, I got it somehow in the Vector. It might have been top VST picks. I think I did that not too long ago. I mean, again, the VectorVest 7 system, I mean, that's why I try to utilize it. Like tonight's presentation, taking a different approach. Last night was a top-down approach, just showing you a simple way of, start with a hot sector, right? See what industries are hot within that sector. And then you just right clicks, view the stocks. Tonight, similar thing. How to find hot industries. I do utilize a certain part of the program to find which industries are moving the most over the last week, right? So, and there's some fish along the way. And there's actually, looks like a flag pattern still within the flag. So just waiting on the breakout. So if you're looking for a nice potential momentum play, a high-flying stock, check out tonight's video, 6 p.m. UAMY, no real big concern here. I mean, if there's any kind of real retest, look at this high here, 419. Could try to retest that prior swing high. App 11 for a down day, and for a lot of these tech stocks taking big hits. App 11 not down too bad, 1%, still showing some optimism to the upside. Moving averages in the favor. Earnings per share. Let's see what. Let's see here. Yeah, still got the buy rate. Yeah, it's not even out of hold. I like this stock. I like App 11. If there is any kind of pullback, where is this here? How high is that? About 429. Maybe if there's a big pullback, you get for 429, but it looks like we already retested that. And that's where we found the most recent momentum. What did you say? Is Glenn coming into the chat? Marcus. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to him, but, we'll see what Power Hour holds. And obviously, we got to get permission and all that good stuff. I don't even know what shape he's in right now. But he is in the office. So, again, I will be leaving probably about 10 minutes early. Was it 12:40 now? Yeah, I'll probably wrap it about 10 minutes. So that way, spend some time with them, and I give you guys a real update here. And, just over an hour when we got the Power Hour at 2. So this works out well today. And, we could have a special guest. I don't know. I'm not going to try to get everyone's hopes up, but, if he'll sit in with me, I ain't got a problem with it, but we'll just see we'll go from there. But I'm excited. Hope you brewed some Cafe Bustelo for Glenn. Oh, man, Drew, you're right. We definitely need we got something to cheers about today. Here's Harmony Gold. I'm live. What?
I know.
Oh, you do know? Okay, well, I guess we are going to have a special guest. And it is before, so I'll let, the man, the myth, the legend himself come in here and make fun of you guys.
VV Nation,
Oh, man, get excited. Hit the like button.
Can we get a big ooh-wee?
Here,
Can we get a big ooh-wee in the room, everybody? Everybody needs to type ooh-wee in the room right now.
There we go.
Hello.
And we got Steve here. It's quite the crew today.
I'm looking for the ooh-wees.
Ooh-wee.
I'm looking for the ooh-wees. That's right. Hello, everybody. I want to tell you, VV Nation, thank you so much for all the love and support throughout all of this right here. I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all your support. My wife was overwhelmed by how VV Nation came out for me. So, there's Marty. Hi, Marty. I can still read on the screen. That's right. I can still read it. Troy says, Glenn looks outstanding. I'm coming along. I'm still recuperating. As you can see, I'm still in a wheelchair. I still need help to get around, but I am coming around. So, I know Ryan was finishing up. I just wanted to say hello to everybody out there. I wanted to tell you all, I know you don't want to come and see a guy cry on screen, but I love each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. VV Nation is amazing. It's amazing. I want to tell you that from my heart. You guys are truly amazing. Sorry for crying. I'm so sorry for crying. So sorry for crying. I'm sorry. But you guys are amazing.
Oh, they love you so much.
I
man.
know they love me, and I love each and every
I'd say I
one
pull
of
the
you.
mic closer, but I know they can hear your loud ass in here. That mic doesn't have to be that close to you.
I really want to tell you that I love each and every one of you so much. I used to come on here and just say I'm just a guy, but I'm a blessed guy. You guys are amazing people. Amazing people. So thank you so much. But I'm so glad to be here. And I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm glad that you're supporting Ryan. All right. We all miss you in our prayers. Thank you, John.
Good to see you.
Thanks for letting us crash.
Yeah, now it's a party, right?
No worries. A real man cries.
You gonna be able to refocus?
Yeah, I'll try. I told him wrap it up shortly anyway. So now you guys have to come back to Power Hour at 2 p.m. because, I don't know, Glenn, how long are you hanging out for, bud?
I don't think I'm going to hang around that long.
Okay.
I did want to step up and say I see the hearts coming up. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the love.
Come to Vegas, Amir says.
I can't make that happen, bro.
I know, Amir. We all want him there, but it's okay. He's got to recover. He's looking good. You're looking good, man.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
You're looking real good. Good seeing
Thank you for carrying the mantle.
Hey, on that note, we are going to end this live stream
That was a good idea.
because Glenn and I are going to catch up,
Look at that,
and
John
we
says
will be
50
back.
stocks for Glenn.
How about this? For Power Hour today, I will try to hit a record-breaking 70 stocks. I'll try to get everyone's stocks this afternoon just because we're going to end this week on a good note. We got Glenn in the office.
Hey, thank you guys so much.
You guys take care, and we will see you at 2 p.m.
By, says Thomas. Of course.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Glenn, for talking to us. Yes, I wouldn't want to miss this.
What was that?
Was that Joey?
You're gonna have to click end stream. I lost control of
And
Right.
Is that Clay?
stop streaming.
Yeah, stop stream.